Welcome back. Russian miners in the southern region of Rostov gathered on Thursday for a protest against delayed salary payments and closure of mines. The employees of a bankrupt Congo company, the general director of which is currently under arrest, came to the doors of the office in the town of Congo with banners demanding justice. Over 2,200 miners did not receive any payment for the last year and a half, with a debt amounting to over 300 million rubles.
There is already talk that the only thing left for us to do is to pour gasoline on ourselves and set ourselves on fire in front of the administration building. Let them take our lives then. Yes, it is. This is the reality, because we're not treated in a very good way. Yesterday, we had a meeting with the governor. Okay, he promised to pay us these 50 million rubles, and guarantee is my word. Well, even during the turbulent 1990s, and we can compare that to now, then we also haven't been paid, but mines have been working, we were given food in canteens as part of the salary, our utility bills were paid. Now the situation is much worse. We don't get any of that because mines are closed. Out of 90 mines in our region, there are only 4 left now. In 2015, 3 mines were closed here.
And back here in Africa, South Africa precisely, President Jacob Zuma says he's backing Finance Minister Pravin Gordhan but cannot intervene in a police investigation over a suspected spy unit at the tax service, signaling a prolonged tussle that could rock markets further. Now, Gordhan said on Wednesday he had done nothing wrong and had no legal obligation to obey a police summons linked to an investigation into whether he used the South African Revenue Service to spy on politicians, including Zuma. Let's now talk to our bureau chief in South Africa, Betty Debia, who of course was at Hawks Police Station today to see if the finance minister will appear. Good afternoon, Betty.
Good afternoon.
Now, you were at the Hawks Police Station today. Did the finance minister show up? What happened?
No, he didn't, and he said he wouldn't, as you just said a few seconds ago. There wasn't much happening at the Hawks, but we're still waiting to see the next move by the Hawks regarding this. If we recall, it wasn't just Pravin Gordhan, who was SARS commissioner. SARS is the South African Revenue Service at a point. He was there some years ago as a commissioner. It wasn't only him who was summoned. The others, I think 2 others, have appeared and have attended or made the statement, the warning statement, as they call it. So we don't know. The debate going on is that, there is a political undertone and they're asking the president to intervene. But it wouldn't be in the president's interest to intervene in this matter because SARS is an independent is an independent body or dependent arm of the South African Police Service. So at this point, he hasn't appeared and people are saying, leave him alone to do his job. But you still have those who are saying, no one is above the law. If you have nothing onto it and nothing to hide, why don't you just cooperate with the Hawks and let's clear the air without drama?
Now, yeah, having said that, what is the general mood out there? What are the business people saying? What are their concerns about all of this? What sort of effect is this having on their transactions and so on?
So you have people who are worried about investor confidence in the economy, which they say is a bit shaky in the recent past. And people are worried. We know that the rand gained some strength over the past few weeks, even during the election. But in the past few days, the rand has lost some ground. Exchanging, before it was about 13, going towards 12 to a dollar. Now it's about 14 over. You have people who are, attributing it to this controversy. We experienced that as well at the time that the former finance minister, Nhlanhla Nene, was removed from office and somebody else was brought in before Pravin Gordhan was brought back. Remember, he was finance minister before, and then they brought him back again. So people are worried that this may affect investor confidence. And with the rand slipping a bit, they attribute it to that, although there are people who do not believe. They believe that the markets will reassure itself and get back on track again. The JSE index was actually going northwards yesterday, so it's a bit conflicting. I can really say, as economists would, but people are a bit worried about investor confidence in the economy.
Now, from what you have observed, do you think it's likely that the president will probably take the decision of removing him again?
It won't be in the interest of the president to remove him. The president already has a lot on his plate. I doubt he would. He's already, yesterday, his spokesperson, because the president is currently in one of the eastern countries, I think Japan or China, for the TICAD summit. So he's made the statement he cannot intervene. And removing it will be another matter entirely. I doubt the president will want to go there again, especially going back to what happened a few months back regarding the removal of the former finance minister.
All right. Thank you very much, Betty, for your time there. Betty Dibia, Channels TV South Africa Bureau Chief. They're talking to us on the latest development with the summon by the Hawk Police on the South African finance minister. Well, still in South Africa, the central bank's deputy governor says rate hiking cycle is not over as inflation remained elevated and sharp moves in the rand currency were affecting prices. Now, according to Mr. Daniel Menile, while the recent improvements to the inflation outlook are a positive development, the risks in the policy environment remain too numerous to be able to say definitely that the hiking cycle is over. Our inflation currently stands at 6% on the upper end of the central bank's target range of between 3 to 6%. Meanwhile, the rand recovered some losses on Friday as the dollar retreated and investors awaited a speech by Federal Reserve Chair Janet Yellen for clues on a rate hike in the United States. Now, Tunisia's Prime Minister-designate Youssef Chande says growth this year will not surpass 1.5%, a sharp reduction from the official targets of 2.5% for 2016. Tunisia has struggled with low tourism revenue since Islamist militant attacks targeted foreign tourists last year, forcing cancellations and reducing bookings. And in Zambia, inflation slowed to 19.6% year-on-year in August from 20.2% in July due to a decrease in food prices. The Central Statistical Office says the monthly inflation rate inched up to 0.4% from 0.1% in July. Now, in DR Congo, a project that seeks to help youth develop their skills and readiness for employment and entrepreneurship has seen many people in the Democratic Republic of Congo's southern Katanga province find new ways to earn an income. A majority of Congo's population is made up of people who are under the age of 25 years, most of who live on less than $2 a day. Congo is rich in minerals and fertile land, but has seen decades of misrule and a series of conflicts since the 1990s.
In the Democratic Republic of Congo's southern mining capital, Lubumbashi workers closely monitor chicken being raised at a poultry farm. The farm is working to boost production and increase supply to clients in parts of the city. After receiving a loan from PAJIC, a project meant to boost youth employment in the country, Frank Kelmbom, who holds a diploma in food production, was able to kickstart his chicken business. The project is one of many small businesses in Katanga province that are supported by the Belgian government and the International Labour Organization. The farm currently supplies residents with chicken and wants to meet growing demand for its products as well as create more job opportunities.
We
want to become a national leader in poultry production because today we are rearing about 100 chickens, but our target is to produce thousands. We also want to incorporate other poultry farmers since we are a cooperative.
Africa's largest copper producer is heavily dependent on the mining sector, which together with its smaller oil industry accounts for 98% of all earnings, but majority of its people live in poverty.
We'll take a quick break, and when we return, we have other stories coming to you.